Hello, I'm Sarah Gould-Waslohn, and we are going to do a quick little roller release class. And you will need a roller. So if you have a roller, wonderful. If you don't, then I would check out one of the other classes. My roller is a soft roller. You could do this with any roller, but I prefer the soft, so just use what you've got. We're going to start seated on the floor with the roller behind you. So I'll turn to this side here. All right, and so with that roller behind you, you're gonna lay back and get the part of your lower ribs on the roller. So just below the lower tips of the scapula, and we'll support your head here with your hands. So knees are bent, feet flat down on the mat, and we wanna find a little posterior tilt. So what I mean by that is like you're trying to press your lower back down and tilt the pubic bone up. And we're gonna keep that. So we're engaging the abdominals and perhaps a little bit of the glutes and hamstrings as well. Okay, so maintaining that little posterior tilt. We're gonna stretch back over the roller. So extending the upper spine over the roller, supporting your head with your hands. Keep pressing your lower back down or find that posterior tilt. Take a deep breath in. Relax the neck. Exhale and curl up and forwards. We're using the arms and the abdominals to curl forward. Lengthen the back of your neck. Let's take that again. Inhale, stretch back. Almost reversing the curve of the spine. So we're trying to find that pelvic tuck and extension through the mid and upper thoracic. Exhale, we'll curl up. Press your lower ribs down to curl the head and shoulders forward. Again, inhale, stretch back. Keep the lower abdominals pulling in or down. Neck and head stay heavy. Exhale, we'll curl forward. Feel free to stay back for longer if you'd prefer to. Stretching back. Should feel good. And curling up. And we'll revisit that in a moment. For here, let your head be heavy in your hands, elbows slightly forward in your periphery. We're gonna press into the feet and lift your hips up a little bit. And then roll up and down your back, the part of your back that has rib cage on it. So we wanna be gentle, that we don't go to the lower back. That can feel aggravating or achy. If it does feel good for you, then feel free to do it. Go up over the shoulder blades, up to the base of the neck, and feel free to walk around as the roller may move. Feel free to adjust it, fix it. Keep rolling. And roll onto your right side now. So you're rolling up and down the right side of your rib cage, over the right shoulder blade. And this is sort of free form, so do what feels good for you. And then over onto the left side, and if you find any knots or tight spots, you can kind of go back and forth over that place, or just hold and breathe. And then back through center. Again, same concept. If you find any tightness, you can hold and breathe there, and just try to release around it. We'll take about 30 more seconds for this. Feel free to roam around wherever on your back that your back is calling you to. Okay, and so we'll sit. And we're gonna come on up. We're going to turn the roller now. So I call this lengthwise, and you're gonna sit at one end. Okay, so sitting at one end, and then you're gonna line your spine up with the roller so that both your head and your pelvis are on the roller. And your knees can be bent here if that feels more comfortable to you, or you can straighten the legs if that feels better. And we're simply gonna open the arms out to the sides and allow gravity to stretch the pectorals. Make sure the back of your neck is long. Draw your lower ribs down. And just take some deeper, slower breaths. Exhale for longer than you inhale. 2 more deep breaths. Take the arms down by your sides now. So if your legs are straight, go ahead and bend them again. We're going to walk the feet fairly close together. The closer you take your feet, the more challenging this is going to be. The wider you make your stance, the more stable you'll feel. So we're going to have just the feet on the floor. Encourage your spine and your abdominals to pull down toward the roller, so sort of melting into the roller. And we're going to take the arms up to the ceiling. Palms facing in, and we'll simply move the shoulders here. Inhale, reach your arms up toward the ceiling. Let the shoulders come up as high off of the floor as you can. And exhale, sink your shoulders down, and maybe give that roller a squeeze between your shoulder blades. And we'll do that again. Inhale, lift. Scapula protract, widening the scapula, and then sink your shoulders down. Retract the scapula around the roller, squeeze around the roller. Inhale, reach up. As if somebody's just pulling your arms up. Exhale, sink the shoulders down, broaden the collarbones, open the chest. Let's take 2 more. Inhale, lift. Going for mobility here. Exhale, sink and squeeze. And 1 more. Inhale, lift. And exhale, sink the shoulders heavy. And don't squeeze the roller, but just let the shoulders be heavy. Engage your abdominal wall. Remember that wall spans from the base of your sternum all the way down to the pubis symphysis. So we're pulling that whole wall down. And that's what we're going to use for stability in the roller, along with our feet. Okay, so shoulders are heavy. We're going to take both arms overhead. And I want you to keep your lower ribs down. So we don't want the lower ribs to pop up, but keep them down. So your arms will be limited by how far back you can go. And then we'll take the arms straight up. And then we're going to go forward and down by your sides. And back up. Keeping the spine and ribcage stable. Press your lower ribs down as the arms move back. And lift. And take those arms forward and down. Not quite touching the floor. Back and forth. 2 more. Just freeing up the arms in the shoulder sockets. Or we could think about this as freeing up the shoulders. And 1 more, letting those shoulders be heavy toward the floor. Long through the back of the neck. And take your arms straight up to the ceiling. We're going to scissor the arms now. So take 1 arm back, 1 arm forward. Lift up and switch. Moving somewhat slowly and smoothly. Keep drawing your abdominal wall down. If you want to make this more challenging for yourself, walk your feet closer together. If it's too challenging, if you feel like you're falling off, take your feet wider. Release any unnecessary tension in your neck, in your head, your skull. Or send that tension down to your abdominals. 1 more each way. And back up to the ceiling. We're going to add on to this. I want you to take your right arm back, left arm forward. That way we're all on the same side. And then pause here. And we're going to windmill or circle the arms around in opposition. So the right arm is down by your hip, the left arm is back by your ear, and then we'll take the arms up. And let's just do that same direction again. Right arm back, left arm forward. And we'll windmill or helicopter the arms around and lift. Again, right arm back, left arm forward. Helicopter, circle around, not quite touching the floor. Maintaining stability on the roller. 1 more this way. Right arm back, left arm forward. Windmill or helicopter around. And take those arms up. Let's reverse now. Left arm back, right arm forward. Windmill or helicopter around. And lift. If this bothers your shoulders at all, you can take smaller movements. For example, if it bothers you to take your arm overhead, then take it out to the side instead. And last one, left arm back, right arm forward, windmill or helicopter around, and lift. Arms straight up to the ceiling. Again, palms facing in. I want you to keep the elbows straight here and roll your shoulders. So take some big shoulder rolls. Massaging the muscles between your shoulder blades, between your scapula. Keep that movement in the shoulders, in the scapula, the collarbones, the shoulder girdle. Let's reverse that. Noticing whatever knots or cranky places in your shoulders that are there. See if you can smooth out some of those kinks. And I will take the arms forward and down by your hips, not quite to the floor. Palms facing down. You can keep your head on the roller if you'd prefer to, if this bothers your neck. Otherwise, we're going to try to curl the head and shoulders up. Coming into our hundreds position, and we'll pump the arms here. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, scoop the abdominals in. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, stabilize the roller. Exhale, so the arms move without moving anything else. Inhale. And exhale, curl and reach a little further. Last one, inhale. And exhale. And lower the arms, roll down through the spine. Letting your spine be heavy on the roller. Walk your feet even closer together. We'll keep the hands down. You can bring your elbows down for more support or straighten the elbows for a little bit less. I'm going to relax my arms and bring my elbows down, letting the collarbones be wide, shoulders heavy, and feet are almost touching, or maybe they are touching. Again, pull your abdominals in or down. Lengthen through the back of your neck. And we're going to begin to take the feet away, just one at a time. Take an inhale here. Exhale, stabilize the roller and float to your right leg to tabletop. Inhale, place that foot back down. Other leg, same thing. Exhale, float your leg to tabletop. Inhale, step that foot down. Try to keep the roller absolutely still. Exhale, bring the first leg up. Inhale and lower. Try to do less with your arms, more with your abdominals. Exhale, float. Inhale, lower. Let the leg be heavy into your hip socket so that femur drops down into the back of the hip. The sense of dropping your femur down into your hip socket to pick your knee up. This folding at the hip joints. Pull the belly in. Keeping the legs close to midline, close to that center line of your body. So your knee almost comes slightly in or across as you lift. It sort of brushes against the other leg, engaging through the psoas. Three. Scoop the belly in and down. One more each side. 2. Pull down through the abdominals, down through the head of the femur. 1. And lower. Okay, bring one leg to tabletop. Hold it there. Press your lower back into the roller. So now we're engaging a little posterior tilt. Add the other leg to tabletop. And try to find as much stability in that roller. Try to keep it from wiggling as much as possible. Use your abdominals for the most part. And we're going to take some toe taps here. Inhale, the right toes lower toward the floor. They may not reach. Exhale, lift up. So kind of the reverse of what we did a moment ago. Inhale, left toes lower. Exhale, deepen your belly and lift. Inhale, right toes lower. Exhale, lift. They may touch or they may not. They don't have to. Exhale, lift. The point is to keep our abdominals in control here. So drawing the abdominals down to bring your knee up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Let's just do one more each leg. Always got to get some abdominals in our work. Place one foot all the way down. Place the other foot all the way down. Step your feet wide apart now. We'll open the arms out to the sides, palms facing up. And I want you to roll side to side on the roller. And we'll take our nose in the opposite direction of the hips. So we have a lateral slide. Doing whatever is comfortable with the arms. Again, this is a little bit more free form. Doing whatever you need to kind of compensate so that you don't actually fall off the roller. Massaging the muscles that line your spine. And one more each way. And back to the center. And we're going to keep the feet wide. We're going to cross the arms in front of your hips. And a motion like you're taking your shirt off, you're going to take those arms overhead. Reach back. Uncross the arms, open your arms out, and let the arms be super heavy toward the floor as you circle around and down by your hips. And again, cross those arms. Maybe switching if you remember which you did. Over the head, reach back. Let your arms be heavy. Maybe graze those arm hairs along the floor as you circle out and around. Crossing in front of the hips. Take those arms overhead and feel free to hold any stretch that feels good for you, or you can keep it moving. You're also welcome to straighten the legs if you'd prefer. This is your stretch, so make it feel good in your body. Do about 30 more seconds of this movement, or again, you can hold any stretch that you find. Anything that feels good to you. Breathing into the muscles that feel tight, that feel achy, that maybe haven't moved in a little while. And last one here. And so we're just going to gently roll over to one side, control fall off of your roller, and push yourself up. Okay, we are going to go face down, belly down, with that roller in front of you. Okay. All right, so just lying face down here, and you've got that roller in front of you. This is a little bit more extreme for the shoulders, so just be gentle here. I'm going to have my forearms on the roller, palms facing down, and I want those I want the roller fairly close to the elbow. So we're on the forearm, kind of the most meaty part of the forearm, the biggest part of the forearm. And then our forehead starts just an inch up off of the floor. So we're going to do a couple of things here. Before we lift the chest, we're just going to move the scapula. So the arms and the scapula, and thus the roller, will move all together. So we're going to push the roller forward, hiking your shoulders up by your ears. We would call this scapular elevation. And then slide the scapula down your back in scapular depression. So it's a pretty small movement. We'll take it forward, scapular elevation, and back, scapular depression. Moving the scapula forward and back along the back of your rib cage. Sliding and gliding forward, sliding and gliding back. Try not to lift your chest, not yet. Keep the rib cage still. Find just a little lift through the belly, just to protect your lower back. So let's add to this now. Reach those arms forward, palms face down. Find scapular depression and turn the palms up. Turn the palms down as you reach the arms forward. Push the roller forward. Turn the palms up as you slide the scapula back or pull the arms back into the shoulder sockets. Palms face down as you reach forward. Palms face up as you pull back. Inhale, forward, down, and push. Exhale, palms up, shoulders back, and lift. One more, forward, palms down, and palms up. Pull the shoulders back. Now we'll add that chest lift, but not yet. Let's turn the palms down, reach that roller forward. The chest is down. Now turn the palms up, bend your elbows, lift your chest, rolling the roller to you so the scapula are in depression. Inhale, we lower down, turn the palms down, reach, reach, reach forward. Exhale, turn the palms up, bend your elbows, lift your sternum. Inhale, forward and down. Exhale, lift, rotate, and pull. Inhale, forward and down. Exhale, back and up. Keep that little lift through the abdominals. Inhale, forward and down. Exhale, sink the scapula down your back, lift the sternum up. Inhale, forward and down. You might have to adjust your forearms on the roller as the roller can move around. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back and up. Broaden your collarbones. Plug those arms into your shoulder sockets. Last one, inhale, forward. And exhale, back. See if you can hold this one here. So the lowest rib is down on the floor. Pubic bone down, belly button up. For 4, breathe. 3, 2, longer through the neck. 1, and lower all the way down. All right, make your way up to sitting. Sitting in any comfortable seated position. And we're gonna hold the roller in our hands. Holding onto the ends of your roller here. Okay, sitting tall. So holding onto the outside ends of your roller, shoulders down, long through the crown of your head, even weight on both hips. Okay, we're gonna bend the elbows wide and pull the roller to your sternum. So those elbows should be high so that they wouldn't be seen from the front. I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see maybe a little bit more clearly. We'll bend those elbows wide, pull the roller to your sternum, or really to the top of your sternum, the manubrium, and then send that roller forward. And you could breathe however makes sense to you. I like to inhale as I pull the roller toward me. Exhale, reach it forward. So as I inhale, I'm thinking of reaching my sternum to the roller as well. Exhale, forward. Keeping the shoulders down, so scapula are in depression, and trying to lift the elbows up. So that's what's gonna give you more of a stretch. If the elbows sag down, it's too easy. We want those elbows lifted up. And this time, pull that roller to your chest. Keep the roller at your chest. Keep your chest reaching to the roller, elbows lifted, and take a slight rotation. So we're twisting one way. Come back to the center and a little twist the other way. And one more each side, twist. And center, twist. And center, and we'll stretch those arms forward and release down. Take the roller again behind your back. And we're gonna lay on it like we did the first time. So you're sitting on your butt. You're gonna get that roller to the place just below your shoulder blades. And we're gonna try that reverse spinal movement that we did. So we're pressing the lower back down, tilting the pubic bone up, find that posterior tilt. Hands support the head, and we're gonna stretch back over the roller. This time to stay. Allowing gravity to help you stretch back over the roller. You can try and keep that posterior tilt if that feels good in your spine, or if you'd like to let your lower back arch as well. Let the lower ribs lift to stretch back further. And just take about 4 or 5 deep breaths. Breathing into the front of your rib cage as you inhale. Exhale, melting the spine a little bit more. Surrendering to gravity. Try and release any unnecessary tension. It's often that tension, that resistance that causes us pain. Not always, but sometimes. So maybe you can release that tension and find the surrender. Find the ease. Becoming water. Use your hands to pick your head up, curling forward. And now be gentle with your body here as you come up off of the roller. Use whatever you need to help you up. And we're all done that felt good in your body. Feel free to do this after any vigorous workout or just when your body needs a little bit of release. I'll see you next time. Bye.